Good morning and welcome to another flight review with the guy who speaks good English and has a very strong accent. I'm here at the Hilton Garden Inn at Guangzhou Baiyun Airport. So that's the starting point of today's journey, which will take me to Taipei with EVA AIR, or is it called EVA AIR? I think I call it EVA AIR, but I'm going to try to find out what's the correct pronunciation. And the flight is going to take me on an Airbus 330-300 for about 2 hours to Taiwan. And this is the view I have from the 9th floor. Not super exciting, but I mean, who cares? I'm going to leave now in a few minutes anyway. The hotel offers a complimentary shuttle service to Guangzhou Airport, which I quite appreciate. Wow, look at all these surveillance cameras in the shuttle bus. Including the ones outside of the bus, I counted a total of 7 cameras. The ride to this huge and fairly new airport only took around 10 minutes, and I made my way straight to the check-in row F that handles my EVA AIR flight for today. There's quite a selection of check-in lanes, and since I'm in business class, I think I may use not the fancy diamond lane, but the cheap priority lane. Well, I can't have it all. So all checked in for the EVA AIR flight to Taipei. Now let's find the lounge. I was told I can use the premium lounge, but oh dear. Oh, I see there's another entrance to the premium... Oh, what's going on? Oh wait, here we go. It seems there were some premium lounge location adjustments. The lounge offers a dining area with a nice food selection and noodle bar, and further in the back I found more seating, resting and snacking areas. So I'm now in the so-called premium lounge, which is the contracted lounge by EVA AIR, I guess. But wow, security was intense. There was only one line open, the VIP line actually, but it was the only one open, so everybody was queuing there, and it took me about 15 to 20 minutes to only go through security. And security was quite intense because I had to take out everything that contains a battery, iPhone, cameras, everything. So I think all my equipment was scanned at least 2 times. Anyway, I'm here in the lounge and I'm having a little lunch. I also found this dessert and coffee bar. Nice. EVA AIR has on the Airbus 330 2 different kinds of business class, or how they call it, Royal Laurel Business Class. So one of them has the staggered Collins Diamond Business Class seats, which I hope I'm gonna have. And the other one has regular 222 business class seats. I'm sure it's also gonna be fun, but of course if I get a newer product with a bit more privacy, because it's also 222 but it's staggered, then of course it's a bit more fun. It's time to head to the gate, as I don't want to miss the arrival of my aircraft. And here it comes, my first ever ride on EVA AIR, this 8 years old Airbus A330-300, with the registration Bravo 16336. I have seen quite a few YouTube flight reviews about EVA AIR, most of them praising the airline, so I'm here to confirm their good reputation or to expose withheld shortcomings. I still have a few minutes before boarding starts, so let's have a look at some interesting aircraft out there. Eventually, it was time for me to board my first ever EVA flight. Aren't these glass jet bridges pretty nice? Or maybe it's just my inner aviation nerd talking. The welcome was very friendly, and the moment I stepped into the cabin, I recognized the newer, staggered business class configuration, which I was hoping for. And this is the window seat for me today, 12 kilo. On my seat I find this pillow, and there's also a case that most likely contains the headphones. Shortly after sitting down, I was served this refreshing hand towel. And a minute later, a glass of sparkling wine arrived. I forgot if it actually was champagne or not. And the cabin attendant confirmed that my neighboring seat will remain empty, which makes filming a bit easier. I also already have the drinks and dining menu at my seat. We will look at it shortly. First, let me try to get some cool slow-mo shots of the bubbles. On my right I find a USB-A port and the headphone jack, and there's also the IFE control handset. A bit further behind I find this small storage place and a bottle holder. On my left side, basically at my fingertips, I have the seat controls with a number of presets. The very soft, leathery headrest can be adjusted in height, something I'm always thankful of considering my somewhat larger size. Also on my left I find this reading light, and there's also a magazine holder where I would find the safety card. This is the fairly narrow looking foot space, but from experience I know that the feet need less space than you would expect, so it might just be sufficient. I will find out later when we are up in the air. A quick look at the safety card, and then comes the pre-departure safety video, which looked very creative. It is themed like a special agent thriller, and I found it very well done.
In the unlikely event of an emergency, when you hear the command brace, 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 first put it on over your head. Hold exit. All are clearly marked with instructions.
Goodbye Guangzhou, see you another time. Overhead I find the usual signage and reading lights, no individual air fans. I haven't seen these on a wide-body aircraft for quite a while. So I heard in the cabin announcement that they call themselves EVA AIR and not EVA AIR. So good to know. Wow, look at all these taxis. This looks like their airport holding area. I like when airlines provide extra storage space for the shoes, as they always seem to be in the way. We are about to reach cruising altitude, a good moment to switch to the lounge position. The headset that we saw earlier is branded as Thunder by EVA AIR, but since it's a fairly short flight, I might not unpack them. The in-flight entertainment, which we will check out now, can be controlled with this handheld device that has its own screen. Let's have a look at the IFE, or the in-flight entertainment that EVA AIR offers. So we have the movies, music, TV, Kids World, games, map, and 2 ground calls, okay, and then also some information about EVA AIR. Maybe let's have a closer look at the movies. It's quite a touch-sensitive screen with new releases. Let's see what we have there. So, I'm just scrolling through a bit, so you can pause whenever you like. And let's have a look at the Hollywood section. Okay, some of the new releases are in there as well. And let's go back to, let's see what we have here. And shall we have a look at music? Let's have a look at music. So Pop Nation, Rock Studio, and so on. Classical, J-pop, New Age, Culture Gallery, and so on. Okay. And maybe the TV, comedy, drama. Let's see if they have Big Bang Theory. It seems not. Hey, Philippe Noëls, I found an airline that does not have Big Bang Theory. And, of course, my favorite, as soon as it's loading. Okay, it looks like the moving map at the moment is not active, so I only get this information about airplane mode and so on. Well, here we go. That's our route for today. We are leaving mainland China, and I see lunch is about to be served. The very large table I find in here. While the table can be moved to and away from me, it cannot be turned aside, so leaving the seat while the table is set is a rather tricky affair. So on this flight I pre-ordered my meal at the time of booking, and I ordered a wok fried diced chicken with cashew nut egg, fried rice, golden quality award Qishang organic rice, 600 calories. By the way, pre-ordering a meal was at no extra charge. Alternatively, I could choose from the menu. And that's how it looks. I quite liked my meal, the presentation, as well as the taste. So far, my flight with EVA Air is very enjoyable. After my lunch, I was served another wet hand towel, and I was asked if I would have a tea to finish off my lunch, which I confirmed. A green tea it is. Let's have a quick look at one of the lavatories that is dedicated to the business class section. Despite the usual amenities that you would expect, I also find these Aqua Colonia branded lotion, aroma mist and hand wash. And this flower adds a bit of a nice touch, although I think it's not real. We are approaching Taiwan, and I already can see the coastline. We haven't checked out the lie flat position of this seat yet. Let's do that now. I see there's also a seat control right next to my head. I would say it's not the widest seat I have tried so far, but it is surely comfortable when I lay on the side, which I usually do anyway. Overall, it's not the most spacious lie-flat business class seat. What an incredible view, flying all along the east coast of Taiwan. we are approaching Taipei Taoyuan Airport, home of EVA AIR, and my first ever business class experience with this full service carrier comes to an end. Welcome to Taipei Taoyuan Airport. Would I choose EVA AIR again? Absolutely yes. I felt well taken care of. The onboard dining experience was very good, and overall, the business class experience felt, I don't know how to say it in English, maybe classy? Surely, the 2-to-2 seat configuration is not my favorite layout, as a 1-to-1 seat layout has become more or less a business class industry standard. But this is complaining at the high level, and I feel like a spoiled kid when doing so. But I believe, especially on longer flights, it makes a difference if you have a direct aisle access or if you need to disturb your neighbor when leaving the seat. Bye, thank you very much. Bye-bye, you too, bye. Bye. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye for now.